the kick across field. Finds a Bamber Ridge player but loses possession, and Chris Parker picks up the ball. But the referee rules the knock on. Didn't rule the zero tackle, so we'll pack for a scrum with the Maltese to feed. Again, giving them an opportunity to take a deep breath in and out. Certainly needed.
We've seen some changes now apparently. Substitute came in at lock, and Daniel Grima went in at centre.
Yes. Bit of communication there from the bench. Daniel Grima being brought in, more involved in the halves pairing. Malcolm Attard has actually come off the field. And it looks like Paul Bartlett has been brought in to Paul Bartlett's playing the lock position now. This will be something new for the Cardiff-based Maltese Englishman. But Malta looking to gain the resurgency as they hold on to this 18-14 lead. And Paul Boydge, an ex-Malta Rugby Union international in sevens actually. So he's made the cross-code switch in recent years. And good break by Paul Bartlett. Paul Bartlett, he just made the change to the lock position, and he will outpace the Bamber Bridge defence, puts his hand up to say bye-bye, and he will go under the post to score a try and a roly-poly at the end as well. Scoring a try on debut, slams the ball down. He's very excited. He's got his parents in the crowd who've flown over here from Cardiff to be with him on this very special day. And that was an outstanding
try.
Look at that, the short ball.
Tackle there.
Roderick Attard, the short ball to Paul Bartlett, and he's got 3-4 players chasing. Takes on the fullback, and he's just got too much pace. On debut, wave goodbye. I'm in to score my first national team try. And the roly-poly as well. 4 points added onto the Malta score. That's Malta 22, Bamber Bridge 14. And this should make things very easy for Roderick Attard to convert from right in front. And probably another opportunity to lose another rugby ball to the street next door.
There it goes.
There it goes. And that ball was actually supplied by the official web partner of the Malta Rugby League. That's Code 13 Sports Media. And that ball, I don't think will be returned. I'm sure a passerby would see this awkward shape of a ball. But have a look at another look at the replay. Paul Bartlett absolutely pierces the defence. A good positional change there by the coach to put Bartlett. You know, he's seen the halves. The halves were tiring for Malta, and brought Daniel Grima into the halves pairing with Roderick Attard and Paul Bartlett in the lock. And look at that, we'll see that in reverse and forward motion. Paul Bartlett with a roly-poly. He'll enjoy that moment. It's not every day you play at the national team level, let alone score a try. Yeah, good work by our cameraman, Mario Vezzani, in giving us that forward and reverse motion, reverse action of the try. Malta actually loses possession from the kickoff. But yes, Bartlett in a new position in lock. I don't believe he plays. As we look at packing the scrum. Couple of changes being made.
Mentioning changes, Andy. How many changes are allowed in a game of rugby league?
Well, to certain levels in certain leagues, there's always different rules. For example, the National Rugby League, which is the NRL and the highest standard of rugby league anywhere in the world that is played in Australia, they're limited to 12 changes. That is 4 reserves, 4 substitutes that can rotate only a limit of 12 times. But obviously in international rugby league, in international competition, the tournament rules and the directors will make rules accordingly considering the situation. Obviously there's a different standard of rugby league played with your Australias, your New Zealands, your Englands and your Frances, down to the European emerging nations that are Lebanon, Italia, Greece, Serbia and so forth. So this game, which is a standalone international friendly, there would be an organisation from the Malta Rugby League and the Bamber Bridge Club to negotiate and deal. And considering the situation, which is warm conditions, and keeping the game what it is, an international friendly, this rule is this game is actually being played on unlimited interchange. The Bamber Ridge Club actually lost one of their reserves, Dave Carr, for a muscle strain since his arrival in Malta. So they're playing with a bare stock of substitutes, which I'll find hard. Whereas the Malta team has 4 fresh reserves to rotate.
We gain possession here. Bamber Bridge knocked the ball forward. Scrum taken in by Chris.
Chris takes the ball out of the scrum, and again dominated by, well, has 2 Bamber Bridge players quickly to make their movements on him. And Daryl Psyla finding this new game of rugby league interesting. A lot of enthusiasm in his runs. He's looking for another run of the ball actually. Luke Sant calling the ball left, right, looks to the right, runs it himself. You need a player like this of a higher standard to be able to.
Yeah, he's got vision of the game.
You can see he's been there.
He's a very talented player.
And the ball almost comes loose, but Malta maintain possession. We're going to run through some of the Maltese players actually to give them a rap. Luke Sant kicks the ball downfield. Again, the awkward bounce, which the English are going to have to be used to, especially by this point of the game. After 56 minutes of play, we've seen some awkward bounces. I think Malta's regathered the ball. They flick it down the left-hand side. He finds Paul Bartlett, who outruns. No, he doesn't. Is it Mark Ortiz?
Mark Ortiz.
Yes.
To the Psyla, there to Attard and try.
And Roderick Attard scores the try. That was Mark Ortiz making the break down the left flank. And his first one back there to congratulate his teammates. Malta skips out to the 28-14 lead. Mark Ortiz has only ever played 1 game of rugby league in his life before today. Flicked the ball in, found Psyla.
Lovely inside pass by Derek.
And Roderick Attard in support. The support player, very important part of what is rugby league. And the Maltese come in to congratulate. The bond you can see between this team is very strong, and they've only come together virtually 3 days ago, the whole collection of players. Obviously they've been in training for a good 4 or 5 weeks, but here it is again, the replay. Paul Bartlett cut out Psyla to find Cortez. Cortez brings a stop to his run as he's seen the sideline, finds Psyla on the inside, and a good offload with his right arm to Roderick Attard, who scores what is, I believe, his first national team try. High fives all around, and Attard will attempt to convert his own try, which would really have the
put some big pressure on Bamber Bridge now.
The fat lady will be wondering if she should start singing actually. As we know, it's not over until the fat lady sings. And at 28-14, this conversion, yes, takes the score out to 30 points to 14, and another try would really dampen the spirits of the Bamber Ridge club. So Roderick Attard takes his tally further with that 2 points from the conversion. And little Junior Swarbrick takes the catch of the ball off the back fence of HAMRUN's Victor Tedesco Stadium. And a good try, good teamwork.
Good try. Very good try.
Richie Gallimore is the fullback for the Bamber Bridge team. So we'll run through the team. The centres, they've had the wingers, Danny Keane and Dave Breakwell. Danny Keane and Kieran Taylor on the wings, and then the centres, Ben Wewell and Dave Breakwell. The captain and 5'8", Damien Duncan. Paul Abram in the halfback role. Martin Topping and Benny Young in the prop forward roles. Andy Swarbrick, the veteran hooker and vice captain he is. And the second row is John Campbell and Jamie Jackson, with Lee Cadwallader at lock and Mark Clegg, the lone reserve for Bamber Bridge. Their coach Lee Sumner. And the Maltese team